mentor their children to the pandemic instructed youth. We also told you that the World Health
best is to start handle all the items first and then go to technical. But the person will go to give us the technical they have to be joining us by that just started. Thank you so much. So, by my watch, 4:33, we are calling the meeting order. Let's have the opening prayer. Amen. Thank you very much. Thanks, Adeyemi. I mean, Adeyemi. We still understanding. We may need to sing the NIMechE item. That's item 3 on our agenda. Thank you very much. Yes, I was. Let's go through the agenda. We are studying the notice minute. Okay. Adoption of the agenda. Let's go quickly go through the agenda. You want us to amend before we start. I hope those online can hear me clearly. Online members, can you hear me? Yep.
We can hear you clearly, sir.
Thank you very much. Adoption of the agenda. Hello? If there is no comment on the agenda, can somebody raise the motion for the adoption? Thank you, sir. Engineer Niyo FNSC as moved, seconded by who? Engineer Macaulay. Thank you very much. Yeah. The next thing on the agenda is Chairman's opening remarks. I want to thank everybody this evening as I'm welcoming you to this June meeting. We are having our meeting for the first time in LSDPC here. We've started this process early this year, and within a period of 2 to 3 months, with the help of our members who are in-house and whether retired or still serving, they really done well, and the management find it okay because of the track record of our members are having. They are giving us the grace to be having our monthly meetings here. We believe that this place is a bit central to some of the areas that our members normally come from within Lagos metropolis. I welcome you all to this meeting. I want to welcome the second chairman of this chapter, Engineer Dr. Gudui Adeyemo, to this meeting. You're welcome, sir. Also, our father, who normally join online, far away from UK, was live with us today. We're happy to meet you, Engineer Niyo FNSC. You're welcome, sir. And our father also, who has been with us right from the day when we started. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Matters arising from the reading and adoption of minutes of last meeting. The minutes have been distributed to us. Though it has been sent to our platform yesterday. So let's quickly go through and do the correction as we move on. Thank you. Let's quickly do the correction. From page 1, any correction?
Page 1, sir. Correction, sir. Hello, sir. My chairman, sir.
The front page.
Page 1, sir. My chairman.
Instead of 8, 11 was typed. So let's change the 11 to 8. First page.
Page 1, sir. My chairman. My chairman. Page 1. My chairman.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, sir? Yes. I'm speaking, sir. Can you hear me?
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me, sir?
Can
you hear me? Hello? Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Okay, let's move on. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, sir? Hello, sir.
Huh?
Can you hear me now?
3.4. Okay. 3.0. Okay, instead of outline. Okay, online. Can they correct it? If there's none on that page, let's go to the next page. Sorry, the front page is page 1. Second page. Yeah, okay, thank you. It's not page, so that there will be no confusion. So let's go to page 3 from item 5.3. I think. What is? Okay. Okay. No, instead of SE to be ES. Yes. Thank you, sir. Another one, 5.4. Engineer Ufot, Christian Ufot. There's no R for Christian Ufot. Okay. 6.0, 6.1, 6.2. 6.3. 6.4.
Can you hear me, sir? Hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
The narration 6.4 need to be corrected. Engineer Fumi Ladi Akinbabon FNSC NIMechE has been confirmed and approved by the NSC ESCO as representatives of divisions at the NSC National ESCO, rep of divisions. She's one representing all the divisions in the NSCS scope. That's the narration. Six 6.5, 6.6, 6.7. I don't know if engineer Leo Bruce is doctor. They put doctor there. So please correct it. Engineer Leo Bruce, thank you, sir. FNS. Just put engineer Leo Bruce FNS. Okay. Sir, attendance. Let's check if our names are there or not there. If wrong spelled or if there's any mistake in the number also, let us quickly do that in 1 minute. Okay. If there's no other question, can somebody move motion? For those who are present, motion for adoption of the minutes. For those that are present. Motion for adoption, please. Oh, no, nobody were around. All of us here, but we're not around that day. Yes, sir. No problem. Okay. Adoption of the minutes. Yes. Yes, as amended. Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you. Who is seconding? Anybody can second. But Engineer Mutu raised his hand first. Minutes. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. So, matters arising, the major matters arising from the minutes is the issue of committees. Unfortunately, the chairmen of the committees are not here. We have the public lecture committee headed by Engineer Akintayo Akintola FNC. It's not here, but we met some days ago. We are still working on getting the right person who is going to be the guest speaker. He's looking at somebody who is well versed in engineering, management, and entrepreneurship. Somebody who can help to guide our young engineers on how to start a business or how to run business venture. Hopefully by next month, we should be able to track him down because they have already discussed with the person. We have also seen what his response. So the committee has not done much beyond that. The second one is the career talk committee. Engineer, you are a member of that committee. Can you give us? Okay, the career talk committee had a one-day online seminar. Sometimes 2-3 weeks ago. We had 4 speakers, but unfortunately one of them fell sick. We had 3 of them that spoke on that day. One talked about biomedical engineering, by exposing our younger ones the opportunities in biomedical engineering. Another person talked about coding and IT stuff for those who are interested in IT. And the third person spoke on glass fabrication. It was an interesting program, and both young and senior engineers joined, and they commended the quality of paper that were discussed during the seminar. The final report of the committee will be submitted by Sayo Adedola, who was the chairman of the committee. He is unavoidably absent for this meeting, but he has spoken with me some minutes before the started the meeting. That's the brief of the enhancement program that we had during the month of May. We also have program for secondary schools, career talk for secondary schools. The General Secretary Alpha.
Can you hear me, sir?
Secondary school around a area. One of them in terms of all the seminars and lectures that are going to be held during the general meeting and multi-general basis. So that we have a schedule for the year. It's not everyone will now begin to look for who will do what. So then I do know that before some of the senior engineers used to have private coaching, private training. That's a consultancy. But this is actual industries. That is the organization that usually send their workers for such training because they are not free. They are usually not free. So if you are working, for instance, in the Lagos Polytechnic or you are working in the Unilag or Java, they may decide to send some of their lecturers to such a training sessions. Okay, we had ones in the past that involve workers from different organizations in Nigeria, from people from far from Lagos, from Kaduna, they will come to Lagos and then we will train them in things like say how to manufacturing, metallurgy, materials, design, production, all those sort of things combined. Metrology, safety, all those things we used to organize in the past. But probably the numbers of those people we now have reduced. Sort of, I don't know for one reason or the other. So I think that is what we want to really try to bring up again. Then as regards the career talk, I know in those who are affiliated to the UK, this is chartered engineer, sort of the British Institute of Mechanical Engineers. They do have a career guide. They do have career guide. Very elaborate.
You the speaker because of those online. Yes.
Very elaborate.
Thank you, sir.
Very elaborate career guide. We can use and adapt to our own situation here. Whereby we can be lecturing on every aspect of the career guide, at every meeting. So that will make it very interesting to young members. These are the few suggestions I have. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Engineer Dr. Adeyemo. Thank you so much. Well taken. Any other comments? Okay. So before we proceed to other parts of the meeting, the person who is going to take us on a technical session. Yeah, he has joined online. Engineer Peter Ibogwe. Engineer Wasiu Oyedepo, can you quickly introduce the presenter, Engineer Peter Ibogwe, for today's presentation? Thank you. Please unmute and speak. Engineer Wasiu Oyedepo.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you very much.
We can't hear you.
People online can hear me, sir.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Good afternoon.
Yes. I have the privilege and honor to introduce our speaker today.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Engineer Peter N. Ibogbe. He is a construction engineer with over 20 years of supervision and management experience in the oil and gas industry, and currently a construction superintendent in a facility expansion project at the Nigerian LNG plant in Bonny Island. In addition to his degree in mechanical engineering, he has some certification that are relevant to the oil and gas industry. He has worked on process piping, pressure vessels for process, platform, FPSO, and the topside modules, pipelines, onshore and offshore sheet structures, and large petroleum storage tanks, with participation in planning and preparatory works, designs review, constructability reviews, and project execution arrangement, with oversight on quality arrangement, change management, internal and external correspondence, while championing health and safety within projects. Coordination of construction activities and work teams has got him to interface with civil, electrical, commissioning, and other aspects of project work. Engineer Ibogbe is a member of the Nigerian Set of Engineers and the Nigerian Institution of Mechanical Engineers. It's my pleasure to hand over the microphone to Engineer Peter to lead us in today's technical section. Engineer Peter, you have the floor, sir. Engineer Peter. Engineer Peter Ibogbe, can you hear me, sir? Engineer Peter Ibogbe. Engineer Peter, please unmute.
Thank you very much.
Please share your screen, sir.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, share your screen.
Yeah, you can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, Mike. Hello, Mike.
We can hear you.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hello.
We can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Yes,
We can
I
hear you.
can hear you. Can you hear me, please? Can you
Go
hear me?
ahead, we can hear you.
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. I've unmuted my mic. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, let me share my screen.
Okay.
Okay, you can hear me? Okay, fine. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Go ahead.
Okay, fine. Welcome to this discussion. Yes, I'm already on. Welcome to this discussion on opportunities in welding and fabrication for engineers. In this lecture, or in this discussion, we're going to look at introduction. We're going to look at what welding and fabrication is. We're going to look at welding processes, the types of welding processes, arc welding processes, and then what engineers can do within the welding and fabrication industry to make a living. Confirm you can hear me clearly, please.
Yes, we are hearing you.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Go ahead. Yes, we can hear you.
Wow. I think this network is- Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay. You can see my screen? Hello, can you see my screen, please?
Yeah, that's it.
Can you hear me, please?
We can hear you. We can see your screen, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Please go ahead, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay.
Online problem.
Okay. Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this discussion on opportunities in welding and fabrication for engineers. My name is Engineer Peter Ibube, and I'm the one leading this discussion. So now, the welding and fabrication activities all over the industry offer significant employment within oil and gas, within manufacturing, within different industries across technical fields. And for professionals, especially engineers that want to take up positions in this industry, they have to equip themselves technically in skills, in knowledge, in experience, so that they can benefit from the opportunities within this industry. And we look at it considering also that quacks have taken over the industry at different levels. We believe that the NSC, Koren, and the engineers themselves need to take up the management of welding and fabrication activities from the hands of quacks. Now, what is welding? Welding is a metal joining process. Okay, usually it involves application of temperature, application of pressure. Sometimes some welding processes go with or without pressure, and some go with or without the use of filler metals. If you have, by filler metals, I mean electrodes. If you have seen a welder, a panel beater welding, you know that sometimes he uses a filler metal, sometimes he doesn't use filler metal. The important thing is that there's a joining process using temperature, with or without pressure, with or without the use of filler metal. There's a difference between welding and fabrication. While welding involves joining activity itself, fabrication involves producing a product from design through the joining activity, through finishing, you produce a product. And the processes you can use for producing a product can include cutting the metal, bending, forming, hot forming or cold forming, and then welding itself. All these produce structural members, produce tubular members like pipes, round pipes or rectangular pipes. This can produce, the product can be boiler or pressure vessels, BPV, it can be heat exchangers and as well. So when you hear welding and you hear fabrication, you will know that yes, it's the same activity-related activities, but they are different activities. Welding involves joining, fabrication involves the complex activities all put together to produce a product. The welding processes that we have, I wouldn't want to bore you so much with that, but there are different welding processes. If you look at this chart, at the end of this discussion, I will share the slide with the chairman of the Nigerian Institute of Mechanical Engineers, Lagos, so that members can as well access it and get in detail, because I'm kind of rushing through it. So the types of welding processes we have arc welding, we have resistance welding, we have oxy-acetylene welding, that's the oxygen and acetylene mixed together to produce a flame. We have electron beam welding, we have solid welding. But because for this process now, this discussion, we are not centering it mostly on welding processes, I will talk about only arc welding. So in arc welding process, that's the welding to generate through the generation of an arc. We have the shaded metal arc welding, we have gas metal arc welding, we have the gas tungsten arc welding, we have fluoro arc welding, and cement arc welding, and I'm going to discuss this one after the other. For shaded metal arc welding, we are talking of welding with stick electrodes. Or these stick electrodes, they have electrodes that consume as you weld. As the welder finishes, he throws away the stud and receives another one. So these consumable electrodes are flux coated. The flux is what is needed to protect the molten metal during welding, because the weld metal during welding is iron, and we know that when iron oxidizes, when it combines with hydrogen with oxygen, it will form iron oxide, which will make it to lose content from the steel. And then when it contacts also atmospheric gases, it can also change properties. So the flux is to protect the weld powder, the weld metal in place during welding, to ensure that no impurities come in. So that's why we say that the flux produces protective gas around the weld pool. The slag covers it as well. When it cools, there is slag on top which the welder knocks off, and this removes during after cooling. And we say that shaded metal arc welding, which is SMW, is the most widely used welding process. Another one is the gas metal arc welding. You must have heard of MIG, M-I-G gas welding. It's British. That's why they call it MIG welding. It's also using consumable wire electrodes, but this is the neater form of welding than shaded metal arc welding. And in this kind of welding, the shading is produced by gas. That's why it's called gas metal arc welding. You have to use gas to shield the metal, to shield the weld powder, and it has productivity rated welding. And you can use this to weld thin sheet metal. You cannot use ordinary electrodes to weld sheet metal, it will just burn it away. But if you use shaded gas metal arc welding, you can use it on thin sections for aluminium, for stainless steel, for copper nickel steel, and the rest. And the important thing is say it runs on its own without you having to control it, or you need the welding operator to control it. It's closely related to the gas metal arc welding is the gas tungsten arc welding. The difference between this gas metal arc welding and gas tungsten arc welding is that in gas metal arc welding, the metal which is feeding in as the electrode is being consumed. But in gas tungsten arc welding, the metal feeding at the point of the touch is not consumed, it doesn't consume up. If you look at this picture, you see this welder holding electrode, the filler wire, which is the TIG rod on his left hand, feeding it into the weld powder as the weld. So we say that This is TIG welding, that's gas tungsten arc welding American, TIG, TIG welding, tungsten inert gas welding, British nomenclature. And the non-consumable wire electrode, which is the tungsten itself, does not consume, but the filler wire which is fed on it is consumed. And the shading of the weld puddle, because for every welding you do, you must shade the weld puddle to make sure that it doesn't oxidize to form something else. So in this case, usually in TIG welding, the shading gas is usually argon. That's why loosely you can say that this welding process is called argon welding. And the productivity is also 2 times that of stick welding. You can easily automate it. This is the most expensive welding process, but the quality of the weld is very high. We use it on stainless steel, we use it on aluminum, we use it on copper nickel, we use it on different metallic alloys that can be welded. Then you also have flux core arc welding, where you need to large productivity as well. But the quality of this welding is not as high as that of tungsten inert gas welding. But this kind of welding process produces a very fast, the deposition rate is high. In this case, the electrode itself is a tube. It's a tube. That's a flux core. And in that tube, there's flux in the core of the tube, which is fluxing, which is shading the weld metal as it's welding, and then the electrode is consuming as it's welding. It's a very fast method. It's used mostly on structural steel, heavy steel members, and can also be automated. There is submerged arc welding. In this case, it's usually an automated welding process for welding thick plates on like pressure vessels, on boilers, and the rest. The selection of welding process to be used in any case is the choice of the welding. Having talked about the welding processes, I want us to look at the opportunities, which is the main topic of this discussion, opportunities for welders, engineers in welding and fabrication. Yes, when we are talking of opportunities for engineers in welding and fabrication, we are not saying that engineers should go and start learning how to weld. We are saying that engineers should be able to manage welding and manage the auxiliary activities connected to welding. And from what you can see, there are many areas that the engineer can approach welding and fabrication as a career, either in paid employment or in private business. There is opportunity for welding engineers if you groom yourself to become a welding engineer. A welding engineer means you can design the welding process, you can select the filler metals, select the electrodes, because there are over 200 different types of electrodes. And it's the duty of the welding engineer, based on the base metals being welded, to select the actual electrodes that are required for this. The welding engineer will design the welding procedure specification, what all the procedures, steps to be followed to make sure that a good weld is produced. The welding engineer will design the testing, the qualification of the welding procedure, the qualification of the welders, and all the rest. And all these are the metallurgical considerations after welding. If there are tests to be carried out, all these are designed by welding engineers. And in projects, welding engineers are usually employed at the beginning of the project or at the management side of the project. And there's a lot of jobs for welding engineers. For welding inspectors, yes, the employment rate is high because for every job you do, especially in the oil industry and from top-notch manufacturing companies, for every job that is carried out, the welding inspector has to be on the ground to ensure that all the procedures are followed, the welders are qualified by approved qualification by ASME, American Section of Mechanical Engineers Section 9, qualification of welder, that the electrodes have been matched as designed by the welding engineers, that the processes are, the final weldment produced meets the specification, and that the in-process, the preparation for welding, the application of the welding process that is followed, and that a good product has been created. Usually, welding inspectors can be called quality QAQC inspectors, which is quality assurance and quality control. These are the people who manage the welding, quality of the welding in process. Then you have construction supervisors. So as a welding professional, as an engineer, you can find career in supervision of construction activities. Supervision of construction activities means that you understand welding, you understand the metallic interactions, metal interactions precedent to welding, that you understand what manpower will be required to create a welding process. You understand what should be done to the metals being welded at every stage. There's a lot of jobs for construction supervisors across the industry. After welding inspectors have been hired, welding engineers have been hired. Companies usually have to have construction supervisors who can go to construction, superintendent to construction. If you understand welding, you understand, for example, you understand the requirements for pipeline, you understand to understand the requirements for constructing pipelines and all this, you can be hired as project managers to manage pipeline construction. You can be hired as project managers to manage pressure vessel construction. And you can be got as pressure vessels to manage the construction of steel structures to build a factory. If you are knowledgeable in welding, you can also develop a career as project manager to manage welded construction activity. If you are knowledgeable in welding, you can teach welders. You can be a welding instructor. Right here in Nigeria, the industry for teaching welding is not so high, but it's still appreciable. But outside this country, like in Middle East, they are always on the prowl for engineers that understand the welding process to teach people in vocational schools, to teach people in technical colleges and all the rest. Engineers who are knowledgeable in welding can find themselves as maintenance engineers in industries, in companies, in manufacturing industry, in oil industry, and in different industries as well. Engineers can also find employment as NDT inspectors, where you have produced a weld, and then you are using non-destructive examination methods like ultrasonic testing, radiographic testing, magnetic particle testing, dye penetrant testing, and all different testing methods to check the quality of the weld that has been carried out. This is also a big industry for the engineers who are interested in welding if you want to do it on the inspection side. Then if you understand welding, then you will understand materials, because welding is in understanding welding is skilling up yourself. You must have gone through the interaction of metals, requires international interaction between metals and electrodes, filler metals, and all the rest, and piping materials, structural materials, and all the rest. So you can manage materials if you are knowledgeable in welding. You can work as maintenance engineer, and you can work as plant and facility engineer. There's a lot of jobs for plant and facility engineers and inspectors, because when plants are to be built, when it is designed, engineers knowledgeable in welding, working as welding engineers, working as welding inspectors, working as construction supervisors, working as project managers, work in these plants. And when the facility is already running, you need the engineers to maintain them. You need engineers to work in factories, you need engineers to work in manufacturing facilities, you need engineers to work in fuel stations, in oil and gas plants, in gas plants. You need engineers to work in these places to manage, who are knowledgeable in welding and fabrication, to manage activities there, because there's always need for sectional replacement, there's always need for expansion and different activities within the welding and fabrication concern. If you don't want to take up employment, and you want to function, you want to do private business concerning welding and fabrication. If you ask many engineers what you want to do about welding and fabrication, what business you want to do, the first thing they will tell you is gate, burglary. These are the very miscellaneous aspects of welding. Okay, these are very miscellaneous aspects of welding. But if you are knowledgeable in welding, you understand that there is a lot of business activities happening in structural fabrication. Every day, companies are building warehouses, are building structural foundations, structural support for new facilities, for expansion facilities, and all these. If you go to like Coca-Cola, Guinness, PZ in Lagos, you see that there are a lot of activities happening in this area, and these areas are in the hands of what? They are in the hands of welders who are not certified. They are in the hands of people who have seen welders work. Perhaps they work in companies as supervisors, and now they come to the industry, they register as contractors, they carry these businesses, carry these contracts, and engineers are watching while crafts are carrying all the businesses in the industry, and we say there are no businesses for engineers. Engineers can run piping and pipelines. You go to these companies I've mentioned, for example, not even in the oil industry. Activities don't happen in the oil industry alone. The percentage of activities even happening in the oil industry put together form a very minute percentage compared to the activities happening across industries all over the country. A lot of piping. I remember that Lever Brothers, I don't know if it's Lever Brothers, it's called again now. Unilever hire welding professionals from South Africa to weld stainless steel for them. And when Nigerian Special Engineers Apapa went there for industrial visits, and we asked, why is this happening? They said, because there are no qualified welding professionals in Nigeria to weld stainless steel. And I was shocked. And even when I tried to approach Unilever to do this, they were asking me to queue up behind one contractor who is a quack. And I said, no, I can't do this. So there are a lot of jobs engineers can do for piping, for pipelines, for tanks, for pressure vessels within the industries, not just oil industries. But we are not aware of what we ought to do. We are not aware that we need to take these jobs off from quack. Now, if you talk of hygiene welding, if you groom yourself to be knowledgeable in hygiene welding, when I say hygiene welding, I mean welding of food carrying pipes and tubulars, like pipes used in pharmaceutical. The pipes carrying paracetamol cannot be contaminated in any way. The pipe carrying food and drugs are not allowed to be contaminated. Usually, it's high-grade stainless steel that is used. I did consulting for a pharmaceutical company in Lagos, and I found that all their stainless steel piping are rusting. This means that the drugs that I don't want to mention the name of the pharmaceutical company, the powders passing through it that come out as drugs that are packaged and weighted are contaminated. I think I'm looking for opportunity to call the attention of NASDAQ to go and investigate that company and see that the stainless steel pipes they use to carry food is all rusting, corroding. Now, why are they corroding? Because qualified welding is the selection of material. You don't handle the selection of filler metals, and everything is done according to quality prescription. That cannot be happening. Engineers who are knowledgeable in welding can find a lot of consultancy in project planning. For example, Coca-Cola wants to do an expansion. You need the welding professionals to plan, okay, how the welding is going to go on, how the pipes are going to go on, how all these are going to go on. Unfortunately, now, the engineers have not presented themselves as people who can do this. And the closest people to these decision makers in the industry are usually people who are not knowledgeable in what to do. The closest people to them are quacks, and they give these jobs to quacks. So, okay, what the engineer should do? One is to have engineering degree or diploma, HND, OND, which we already have. Another thing is to find exposure or experience in welding and fabrication concern. When I say exposure or experience in fabrication concern, I do not mean going to a welder shop to study the art of welding. No, I mean going into your welding designs that you have learned in school, going into technical literature of American Welding Society or SWIP, which is the Certified School for Welding Inspection Personnel of UK, or the American Welding Society of America or Canadian Bureau for Welding Bureau, CWB. These organizations have standard prescription for welding processes, which we can learn. And when we learn it, we can start putting it into practice to get ourselves equipped to do these jobs that are connected with welding. We can get industry certifications. For example, you can get from the American Welding Society, you can be a certified welding inspector, you can be a certified welding supervisor, you can be a certified welding practitioner. You can be an international welding engineer from the International Institute of Welding, based headquartered in Poland. You can be a CWE certified welding engineer from the American Welding Society, and you can also the British Gas also certifies people in this concern. When you have got this and got yourself skilled up, you can have a marketable CV if you are looking for employment, or you have a technical team that works with you, people who are welding inspectors, welding engineers, and then you make a winning profile to get businesses for your enterprise. Now, when we have done what we are supposed to do, what does NSC and Koren need to do? NSC and Koren have big work to do in the industry. Just like the Pharmaceutical Council of Nigeria regulates pharmacies to make sure that if you go to any pharmacy today now, you see that the people selling drugs there, dispensing drugs there are pharmacists. They've been able to make sure that quacks do not take over pharmaceutical industries. Nigerian engineers, the Council of Regulation of Engineers in Nigeria, Nigerian Institute of Mechanical Engineers also have to be at the forefront to see that engineers and their careers are protected. So the NSC, Koren, NIMechE should support engineers in the business of welding and fabrication by enacting different policies, get these policies implemented across the industry to ensure that engineers have work to do, that quacks will not take over these jobs. The NSC and Koren need to develop qualification programs for welders. Yeah, if we cannot reinvent the wheel, there is the American Welding Society that we can leverage on. There is the American Society of Mechanical Engineers that we can leverage on. These institutions already have their own standards, which the whole world, including Japan and everybody, is copying. So we can make our qualification program. For example, qualification program could be qualifying to international standards like American Welding Society standard, or qualifying to British Gas, or qualifying to Certified School for Welding Inspection Personnel of the UK. And then when we have done all this and made sure that there are enough personnel, are ready to do the job, we have to prevent the companies from giving contracts to quack welders. Koren can do this. Most all the companies are registered with Koren, and they are under the purview of Koren policies, Koren guidelines, and Koren can make the companies to stop giving welding and fabrication welder contracts to quack, so that engineers have enough work to do. Together, we can build a society where every engineer is heartily engaged. Thank you, and this is the end of this discussion. I will entertain questions if there are. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm with you.
Are you true, sir?
Hello. Yes.
Are you true, sir? Okay, sir.
Yes, yes. Yes, I will entertain questions now.
Just a minute, sir.
Okay.
My chairman, the guest speaker is true, sir. My chairman, please unmute and talk, sir. My chairman. My chairman, sir. I think the chairman is not using the speaker. The chairman needs to collect the audio.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, sir. No, it's not connecting me.
Hello. 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 Is it working? Hello, we can hear you.
You can hear me now. You can hear me now. Okay, thank you. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? You can hear me.
We are hearing you, sir. We are hearing you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. I want to appreciate Engineer Peter Ibogwe for the job well done. Take questions and answers because he said by 4:45 it will be off the line. So it's almost 4:45 now. So on the screen is the certificate of presentation to Engineer Peter Ibogwe. The Nigerian Society of Engineers, Nigerian Society of Nigerian Institute of Mechanical Engineers, NIMechE Legal Chapter, certificate of presentation, Engineer Peter N. Ibogwe, in recognition of his contribution to the development of engineering, and for the technical session he has handled today, 8th of June 2022. On the topic, opportunities in welding and fabrication for engineers. On behalf of the ESCO and entire members of the NIMechE Lagos chapter, we thank you, we appreciate you. We are handing over this online certificate to you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Any comments from the online members? Any comments?
Just to commend Engineer Peter Ibogbe for a good presentation. Well done, thank you.
Thank you very much. I was appealing to our esteemed members that are physically present. We couldn't enjoy the lecture at all. We were just hearing what he's saying, that the screen was not working. To appreciate what he was discussing with us. But I promise that both those that are online and those that are presently at the venue will get the complete package. He has sent the full lecture to me, so we are going to send to everybody. And the opportunity in wedding is huge. It's not only limited to young engineers, even the middle engineers who want to shift from a particular specialization to welding. Don't look at welding fabrication, welding and fabrication as just roadside welding. We have subsea welding, we have specialized welding, but Nigerians are lacking qualified welders in the oil and gas industry, where people are getting hundreds of dollars on daily basis if you are a good welder, certified welder. And there are courses that you can attend 6 months, 1 year, you become a well-certified welder that you'll be hot cake, both Nigerian and overseas. So it's a great opportunity for us. Let us tap it. Thank you very much. So now, after we have discussed technical session, we'll be rounding up gradually to the end of today's meeting. So we'll go to finance. Any information for us? Second to finance. Any information? Okay, thank you very much. We have donation of 6,000 from online members. They have transferred 6,000 to us. Okay, physical. Okay. Keep transfer 6,000, taking 7,700. Thank you. God bless. Our account is still online. We send it to our platform for donations.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Please unmute your speaker, please. Yes, still on finance or similar to finance. You know, our new meeting venue where we are today. It was not like this when we were doing about 4 months ago. We entered everybody. Please unmute.
Hello, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Good afternoon. Yes. Yes, I hope I've unmuted myself. I'm okay. Hello, sir.
I can hear you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, the elders and our guest speaker for today. Thank you for that beautiful presentation. Please, I want to ask, you are talking about 6-month training, like I may want to be satisfied, weather and engineer. Please, can you give us the link of that course or the way to go about it? Thank you, sir. My question, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I will get back to engineering. He knows the institutions that normally do that.
most especially overseas. I wouldn't know whether they are in Nigeria right now. So when I get the information, I'll get back to you. Thank you very much. Yes, as I was saying, Engineer said that mute yourself back. Mute. There is a noise from your end. Thank you.
My chairman, please unmute yourself, sir.
Sorry. The thing happened like that. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I was explaining how far we have gone on donation. So we need more donation from our members. We are receiving this afternoon. Some members have sent a donation online, and it will be acknowledged in our main platform. So we are expecting more donations so that we'll be able to cover the areas of purchasing of our shares, our own shares now, not the borrowed or rented shares, and for making the window blinds and doing some other things to make this place more conducive and more attractive for our meetings. And the calibers of members that are coming here, they want to be in a comfortable and well lit, the environment that is very beautiful. Thank you. God bless. That's the request on finance. Thank you very much. AOB.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. Sorry for the technical issues. I was making a correction during the reading of the minute. The report on career talk does not represent what happened on that day. The career talk report was given by Princess Oyebisi, Princess Egina Oyebisi. She's the one that gave the report on career talk for secondary school. Also, we are not holding any online career talk for secondary school. So I think there's a mix-up between the career talk for secondary school and the career enhancement for engineers. So I think that there's a need for the secretary to look at that place again. So the career talk for secondary school, the report was given by Engineer Princess Oyebisi. So thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. That one will be done when we are doing the reading and adoption of the minutes. Thank you. New members, do we have any of our members seated here today that are coming for the first time? Please, can you stand up, sir? Any other new member coming for the first time? So just walk out majestically. Let us see you. That's great. Yes. So let's know you by your name and your. They are coming for the first time. Okay, I will have been seen at the Okay. Thank you very much. Don't go yet. Don't go yet.
My name is very simple. I'm a graduate of the NSC. Just joined for the first time. My general meeting. I
Good evening, all. Good evening. Sunday will be I'm also the staff of LSC and perspective management.
Happy to meet you.
Yes, good evening, sirs.
Good evening.
My name is Olajide Henry. This is my first time physically here. I think I attended the last online meeting they had last month. I work with Ekano as operations professor. I studied at
I don't mind. Those are new members. Thank you very much. And we have a big fish among the new members. You have to introduce yourself too. And talk to us. You are our host. So, engineer. No, we take video with us. Okay. And please, honorably come to the front and
thank you, sir.
Engineer, tell you.
Thank you very much. I'd like to introduce by training I'm a mechanical engineer. I'm also a first timer. Unfortunately, it's not something I'm really glad to announce. This is the first time I'm doing. We had a brief chat before in my office during the posting visit. And I actually expressed a lot of challenges I had to go through why I'm not able to do this. I've not been actively participating in the politics of my profession. But I seek to for that not actively participating. And I want to pledge at this point that I'll be glad to be part of and that I'm not your host anyway. The LDC CEO of LSC is our host, and I'm just one of us too.
The mechanical electrical, is not our host.
So, but in any case, from now on, I'm going to start actively participating, and I promise that subsequent meetings I'll try and make it earlier. But because I have some other issues so that we start actually coming. Please pardon me for that. And well, what else do I say? It's a monthly affair. Yeah, it's not too much for us to take part. So I'm sure by now I'll be doing I expect I'll be taking through the documents that I can be properly inducted.
No problem. Okay.
I also want to say you are welcome. We are glad to have you in our midst. I want them to also mobilize as much possible as I can. Within the limits of my power to ensure that we have better participation next time. So, I also want to acknowledge some of our members and myself and make sure that this time on, we're going to make sure we mobilize as much as possible to the members. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dan. Let's have a group photograph. New member, we normally have photograph together.
Sir, there's a new member too here. Hello, sir.
Okay,
hello, sir.
Okay.
Online.
Hold on for somebody. Hold on, please.
Engineer Levi Joseph, unmute and talk.
Okay. Good evening to everyone.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. I'm Levi Joseph by name. I work with Right Limited.
Okay.
This will be my first time of joining any of our meeting.
Thank you. You are welcome. Engineer Levi Joseph.
Oh, yes.
Thank you very much. You are welcome.
Thank you so much, sir.
So, go to
will see you in our meetings and our programs.
I will be joining, sir.
You're welcome. Let's have a photograph.
Where are you working, Engineer Lebi Oshun?
I work with Right Foods Limited. Hello, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You're welcome. Let's have our seats. Any member that is doing this or about this month, June. Anybody member for this month of June? Okay. Any person online that is having his or her birthday for this month of June? It's not here. Yeah, it's not here. Okay. No, there's no member present that is doing his or her birthday this month. Thank you so much. For the new members, for those that are coming for the first time, perhaps maybe if there are any of us that have not officially joined NIMechE, some of us may be member of NIMechE, but we are not active. If you are not fully member of NIMechE, I think we have our what do you call it? Our WhatsApp numbers. So through material, I will get your WhatsApp number. I will send NIMechE form to him or to you directly. So it doesn't take a long time. Minimum is 4 years experience, which I believe everybody here we don't pass that level. So it does not take time at all. And the payment is not much. So I will send all the details to in our sale. I mean, and I think in a short time we can become a bona fide corporate member of NIMechE. And for those of us who have not joined NSC, let us start it. For those of us who have not done the correct, let us start it. They are very, very useful. But some people just look at it, is it not service? If I get it, it's my salary not to increase. It's not a matter of increasing salary immediately. But the day that you will need it, if you don't have it, you will regret it. So something that you have today, the next 5 years may not be useful. It seems it's not useful. But the next 10, 15 years, when it is needed, at times some people just go to interview. All of you, okay. But the only thing that you have ahead is that you are correct registered, while others are not correct. They will take you. Or you are a member of 3 professional bodies, and that person is a member of 2 professional bodies. You know, it's just one thing ahead. You don't look at it and lock the other person up. And we don't have that, but I was qualified, I was this, I was that. It's because of that. Just that certificate. So please, it is very, very important that we don't do these professional bodies. You spend your time. We are here now. There are some other things we're supposed to be doing, all of us, but we are here. You spend your money, you transport yourself, you pay dues, but at the end of the day, there will be profit at the end of the tunnel. We also interact. We are knowing each other for the first time. Like today, a drama happened when we are meeting the head of yes. We were surprised that our father here, and for how many years ago? About 18 years ago, 2004 to 2012. That is how many years? And they have been 18 years. So those are the interaction. We network is part of the thing that you gain when you are a member of anybody. If we don't earn salary, they don't give any allowance. But because of networking, my salary may not be increased because I'm a member of NSC or I have foreign. But I know you today. Tomorrow, if I need something, I have intermediate there. I've benefited a lot by connection. Just small notes, help this brother, help your daughter or your son may want need admission. I know engineers you last in NIMechE now. You should know somebody in Unilag. You should know somebody in this. You don't approach me. You'll be surprised if your daughter or your son gets admission through you. It's not no more than salary increment for 1 month or it's not like that. And it can happen. You can get so many things by belonging. The sense of belonging is very important. God help all of us. We thank you all for your time. We thank you all for being here today. Okay, a comment. Okay, please. Come. Yeah, no problem.
Yes, good evening, sirs. Once again, I am Olaji. I want to quickly rush through some talks. So I think most of the corporate bodies that we have seen, I think most especially like Nigeria, we are more particular about process. The last time the first time I came for the meeting online, I think Engineer Siamu mentioned a statement that we're supposed to have a large number of youths, young engineers, if you can remember, but we don't have. And I think I can get a feedback back from the young engineers that our fathers are not really helping us. Because many of us will believe in apprenticeship. Research has showed that apprenticeship goes a long way, even than the formal education. Many of the young engineers, when we graduate, when I graduated, sir, I offered to service voluntarily so that I can learn, but we don't have where we get these things. So many of our elders in the engineering profession, they're not really ready to help us. We need people who are ready to carry us through, so that they can show us the way. There is a new slang that says follow no road. Many of us don't want to make mistakes. I have invested a lot. I have gone through some programs and I discovered, I didn't really need this, but I paid 300K, I paid 400K. It wasn't helpful in my career. So many of us, we don't really have people we call mentor. I think I'd like to probably beg you to, maybe in the next meeting because of the time, hammer on this. We need youth. We the youth are ready. What I came out, we the youth are ready, but if we do not see the essence of coming, we do not get the benefits, which is learning from the elders. Yes, we can all say that there is no time, but at least probably there should be an angle of NIMechE that caters for mentorship and apprenticeship. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. You raised a very good point. Actually, it's what we do. For those who are familiarized with themselves with the institution, it's part of the game. Just as I said, networking. When I was mentioning networking, it's part of the games that we have. We need to tap it. But it's only those who comes that we tap it. I remember December 15 at Airport Hotel. During my own, not one day or they said, my own inauguration, a youth corps member came. Youth corps, not even with somebody who is looking for a job, a youth corps member. He said he saw it online that we are doing inauguration. She came, not even she came. And during the question and answer, she raised her hand up. She was giving audience. She said, she's looking for a place of engagement. The national chairman just threw it open. Among the leaders here, this a youth board member, a mechanical graduate, give him away. One leader, one of us, just like that, right there, and following FNC, said she should come.
In March, when we went to Ekwe, we branched at the place. We met. I didn't know. I did not even know her again. I didn't know her. She introduced and said that she was the copper that got employment. I mean, a place of work through this. There are a lot of opportunities for the young engineers. When you come, you will get it. You will get it. So encourage your members. Your members, let them come, but don't be expecting the day that you get it. You do sacrifice, like the NIMechE, for instance. So many young engineers, they are getting jobs. You want the same mechanical. Like my friend who is sitting by your side, I took him as a young engineer coordinator. Every time about the program, I always send to him, mobilize your men. Please stand up. Please mobilize as much as you can. The profit, the benefit will be there in the future. Continue to do the service. Thank you. So I said to him, let's do it. That is it. Next month, you also mobilize another person, another. Before you know it, you are many. Come around, clean the table, do this, do that. People will know you. Before you know it, what you are doing, you get the reward in future. The elders are there to support. They are there to support us and they are helping us. And I know I mean what I'm saying. But God gets you, we shall get there. Thank you. Any other comments? So if there's none, I think somebody can move moving forward. Okay. Okay, maybe make it forward. Thank you, sir.
Seconded by Engineer Ideku.
Okay, thank you. We heard you. Yes, closing prayer. Our HOD, pray for us. Closing prayer. Coincidentally, the man behind did the opening prayer. Thank you. God bless God. Keep joining to our thank you. Our online members, thank you very much. Keep joining. Bye bye. Thank you, sir. Because I thank you physically present to meet you all. God bless you. I'm on the platform. I need that to discuss. That is every time.